Hi Mitz, thank you so much for being here today. I know it's been several months since I last filmed, and I just thought I would pop on here and film an update. I wanted to share with you some finished objects, current projects, and some things that I have recently purchased. So let's start off with things that I've finished. So I'm just going to start off with these three here. So this is a pattern by Petite Knit. It's called the Hipster Hat. I actually started this project using different yarn, and it just was way too big. And so this is what it looks like. The yarn, I'm not sure what it is because I went to a yarn dyeing event last year and I purchased one of the skeins there. There was no label. I just know it's wool, cashmere, maybe nylon in there. It has like a beautiful, I don't know if you can notice, just like the slightest little fuzz, which is really, really nice. And I like it, but I think it's a little too small for my head. Like I said, I used a different yarn when I first started this project and it was way too big. And so when I let go of that yarn. I mean, I still have it, but I decided to start the project, but with a different yarn. I decided to go for the smaller size because when I was knitting up the other one, it was way too big. And now it fits my head, but because the yarn is this beautiful cream color and my hair is black, when it stretches out, you can kind of see my hair. I hope that makes sense, but I wanted like a solid, more of like, I guess, a dense fabric where it's not, where you can't really see my hair, my dark hair through the hat. But it's so warm, and yes, it was a very fun kind of between projects, I guess you can say. When once I finished my sweater, I finished this one. It was a nice in-between type of knit. I had a really difficult time doing the cast on that was written in the pattern. I watched the video and yeah, I got frustrated a little bit with that one, so I just ended up doing the regular long tail cast on. But yes, I will either gift this. My daughter used it several times already, but she says it's a little too itchy. But for me, it's totally fine. So I'm not too sure. I think maybe I'll wear it around the house, or if it's too cold somewhere, and if we go camping or something, maybe I'll wear it then. But it's a really, really nice hat. Next one is another hat. This one I probably should block again because it doesn't look very, the yarn doesn't look very relaxed. But anyways, this is the Mussleburg Hat, and the yarn is by Knoop, K-N-O-O-P. They are a dyer in Japan, or this person is a dyer in Japan. And this is what it looks like. It's coming a little dark on the screen here, but it's more of like a peachy, light peach color with different specks of brown and caramel, some orange and blue pops, like turquoise pops here and there, which is so pretty. And I knit this mainly while I was traveling back home, and I had it was a nice like type of mindless knit, and I've worn it many times already. Like I said, I think I should block it again, but because I feel like the yarn hasn't fully relaxed. To be honest, I think I just popped it into the wash. I didn't fully like immerse it into the water. I had it housed in this beautiful pouch I purchased from Sandy by the Lakeside. That I purchased. She had a restock. I think it was end of last year, of 2023, and I was able to grab one of the tea bags. yeah, and I had it housed in here, and it was such a perfect kind of on the go, mindless knit. In terms of measurements and things, I didn't really, I know some people will measure how long and how wide, and I was not keeping track. I did hear somewhere this kind of decrease section, people usually leave around 10 grams, so I made sure that I left around 10 grams. And yeah, so I've used it many times already, picking up my kids from school and stuff. And yes, it's definitely kept me warm. I'm surprised at how thick the fabric is once it's doubled up. And in here on the rim, it's 4 layers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so it's extra warm around the ears. So I really appreciate that, especially when the wind is so cold. So I guess this is part of the haul section, but anyways, the last finished object is this sweater. So the sweater pattern is the White Mountains sweater by Midori Hirose, and I used the Cloudborn, let me see if I have my journal here. It's the Cloudborn, I don't think they make it anymore, unfortunately. My friend told me about it a long time ago when they were, oh, here it is. And so I picked a whole bunch up when she told me about it in 2022, I want to say. But it's the Cloudborn held together with the Suri alpaca from Irodori Yarn. Irodori Yarn is also a dyer in Japan, and I'll show this dyer again in my upcoming works in progress. But yeah, so I held it double with the Cloudborn Fibers Highland fingering, and there's that. Yeah, I've worn it a couple times already. It's so nice and warm, and it's my first time doing this like double, I think it's called a double brim, where you flip it down on itself. It's a little stretchy, so I might add a little bit of elastic to cinch it up a bit. So I started this project in October, and I was able to finish it just in time to wear it for the cold winter months. So this is what it looks like close up. The Suri alpaca gives it such a nice like feel to it. It does shed a little bit, but that's expected, and it's such a beautiful fabric. I don't know if it comes off on camera, but yes. So that's, I guess, one of the main, I was so happy that I've finished the sweater. And so those are the main objects that I finished for recently. I don't know if I shared with you my fingerless mitts last episode, but anyways, moving on to current works in progress, and then I'll go into, I guess, haul or things that I've purchased. So these are the Scrappy Socks, and I've decided to participate in the Easy Peasy Scrappy Socks Cal 2024. And the Cal is to basically use up your scraps, and I think you need to have at least 6 colors, not including the cuff, heel, and toe. And so you can do any pattern you want, any it's either fingering or DK. It can be long socks or shorties. I decided to do DK because I really want to go through the little bits of yarn that I have, all these little small little items that I have. Like this one is from the Mussleburg Hat, and just this little bit is from the shawl that I made last year, the Mini Me shawl, I think by Cozy Up Knits, and just little small yarn scraps that I have from different projects and things. Some of them are, like these ones here, are from the Advent that I purchased in 2022, and yeah, I just haven't wound them up. But things like this I really want to use in my socks, and a lot of the other like colorful ones are little skeins from a homespun house. I follow her on Patreon, and she sends these little skeins, and I add a strip to my granny stripe throw, which I forgot to bring, but anyways, you'll see that here. So yes, I really want to go through these like small little yarn bits, and so I decided to go for DK, and I'm so surprised at how fast these socks are knitting up. The Crazy Sock Lady has a free Ravelry pattern, the DK vanilla sock pattern, so I'm using that, and it's so fast. I'm very surprised. I think the knit along started February 3rd, and this past weekend we drove off to the Yamanakako area, which was several hours on the road, and so I was able to spend several hours knitting away, casting on and knitting on the DK weight socks, and so pleased with the results. This is number 2. I'm just going to keep knitting away and using the stash yarn. I'm using the 3.25 millimeter needles by C Knit, and I think that's what was recommended in the pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. I've decided to keep the cuff the same, and I probably keep the I'm not sure about the toe, but the heel will most likely be the same as well, and then I'm just going to keep going. I haven't really figured out how to make it so that it's a straight line. I think I've started to do it here somewhere where you slip the 3 stitches, and it's okay, but I feel like there's like a gap. So I'm learning while I go, and it's been a nice kind of process. The other project that I'm working on and I'm really hoping to finish is the Vertices Unite that I started last year. And this is housed, I guess this is also part of the haul video where I purchased recently, is a bag from Steel Sealed with a Stitch. And I actually had my sweater in here first, and yeah, it's very deep. It has nice pockets. It has a little loop here if you need to add stitch markers and things. But yeah, I'm mainly using yarns from the Irodori Yarn shop. This one actually is not. This is from Toy. I haven't really seen any updates from this person, but they're all kind of Japanese hand indie dyer artists. Such a beautiful color. I really wanted to go for more, I don't know, it's strange. I really like the neutral colors, but I also love the bursts of color as well. But my safe zone is definitely the neutral colors. So you can see how it's knitting up so far. I'm on my last section of the shawl. I decided to go for a large size so that I can have it nicely wrapped around my shoulders. When I was looking at the pictures, I didn't realize these sections were striped. So it does take a little bit longer for me, and I've made many mistakes, but so far I'm really glad that I kept going at it, and that I'm almost finished. I just need to, I'm on my last section here. You can see the brown. I always like to show the back side as well. So this is what the wrong side looks like, but it's still really nice. So lastly are some things that I have purchased recently. I will start off with a homespun house. I forgot to mention, this is the December the December print Patreon yarn. So if you haven't received yours yet, just giving you a warning. Oh, wow, so pretty. So this is what it looks like. I will also include at the end of the video the close-ups of the previous months. I filmed them, but I've already used them in my granny stripe throw. So these are the December minis. You can see it's Festival of Lights, Galileo, and Frost. So pretty. I'm not a huge fan of blue. Like, I don't really use it in my garments or my socks. So I'm actually really happy to have these so I can use them in my granny stripe as well as hopefully my scrappy socks as well. And then lastly, I forgot to mention another completed object are the curly hair socks by Knitail. I'll post a photo here somewhere. I participated in the Amirisu 27 cal, and yeah, I was selected as one of the giveaway winners for completing the project. These socks actually have 4 frills, but I ended up with 3. I didn't like the length of it, so I ended up with 3 frills. I decided to go for the not contrasting colors, but similar color, as opposed to the contrasting frills that were that many people were posting. I wanted to have like the similar colors in the frills and in the body of the sock. So I will post a photo here somewhere. But yeah, I was so happy to see that I was selected as one of the winners for participating in the cal. So I think let's open it together. Alright, so, oh, that's cute. There is a darning needle. Oh, actually there's several needles in there, it looks like. It looks like there's several darning needles in this set. And let's take a look here. It says binding needle. Oh, this is such nice packaging. How do you open it? Oh, it's magnet. Oh, it's a magnet closure. That's really neat. All right, so there's 3 different types of darning needles, which is really nice. But yeah, it's it's magnetized, so it closes nicely. And then it looks like some markers, maybe. Stitch markers is what it says there. Oh, I don't think I can. I wanted to see if I can hold on to the label there so that I can put them in my journal. So this is also, this whole set is, I think, from Daruma. Oh, these are so cute. These are the locking stitch markers. I actually don't have locking ones. I have the open loops, and then the closed loops, and like the lobster claw type of ones, but I don't have these types of, oh sorry, and the light bulb ones. So I guess they're kind of similar in a way, but oh, these are really nice. All right, and then the point protectors here. This is also from Daruma. It looks like you can use both ways. You can use the small needles on the smaller holes there on the edges, and then if your needle tip is bigger, you can use the center hole. That's a really neat idea. I like the fact that it has English on there too. It's Japanese and English. Alright, so I decided to share or bring the granny stripe throw to share with you what it's looking like so far. I just have it housed in the tote bag from Stickerific, and then all the little scraps and things are just in this pouch. So it started off here, and then it's growing, it's gradually growing very slowly, and this is where I'm at right now. I was doing multiple rows until I finished one color, but I decided I didn't like the look of that, and I decided to just do one color per row. And so I don't really recall the number of stitches or anything, or the chain length. I just felt like crocheting a nice lap throw. So it's not really a blanket, but it's more for just kind of throwing on your lap if you are on the couch and watching some TV or reading or something. And yes, I'm using the minis from a homespun house, and sometimes I think in this section here I would use it multiple times. So you can see the green popping there again. Same with the pink and the white color and the blue and the gray and the orange. So sometimes you'll see like multiples of them. But now with the Scrappy Socks that I'm doing, I think I'll just do one row and then I'll just pop the remaining items or the remaining yarn towards Scrappy Socks. I still need to look up online on how to make a nice edge. You can see it's extremely jagged. And I've left the tails there on purpose so that hopefully I will fill these spots in and then kind of cut it off so it kind of looks straight. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but this is just a small little project for myself. I'm loving these pops of color. Yeah, it's very strange. I'm very much a neutral person. In my wardrobe it's very neutral, but I absolutely love color as well. And so I think when I want some color, I work on the crochet granny stripe throw. And this one is, I think, November. I think it was from November, and this is the last color from November, and then now there's December, so I can work on that. And I do have some other scraps in here. I participated in the Advent, a Scrappy swap. Sorry, not Advent. It was a Scrappy swap. And so I swapped with a lovely lady in the UK, Smoggy Knits, and I think once I was making these scrappy little skeins for her, I decided to make some for myself too, so that I can put them in this granny stripe throw. So like I love these colors, but I cannot see myself wearing them unless I can put them as accents in shawls or something. I'm not really sure, but that's one sad thing about living here in Tokyo, is that a lot of the months are very hot. Very hot and humid. It's kind of cold in December, January, February, but that's pretty much it. Even December actually was quite warm. But anyways, I just love seeing these colors so much. And I kind of started on like a magic ball also. I'm not entirely sure. I might continue with this. If I have like maybe 30 centimeters of some yarn that I can attach to it, then maybe I'll make another or add to the granny stripe throw. And sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm using the crochet hook. I'm using the 4.0 side from Hamanaka. I don't really know if it's a good one or not because I don't have anything to compare it to, but it's been going great so far, and I like the fact that it's double-ended so that I think it's a set of 5 maybe, so there's 10 different needle tips or crochet hook sizes. All right, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's been several months, I think 2 months or more since the last video, so I don't really remember where I left off, but my main project is finishing the Vertices Unite by Steve and West. Oh, I don't even know if I mentioned that, the title of the pattern, but that's the main one that I really want to finish. And then on the side, I'm just working on the Easy Peasy Scrappy Socks cowl. I'm not entirely sure when it ends, but the DK weight socks knit up so fast. Like I finished this whole sock in just several days, but like I said, I had many hours of being on the passenger side, so yeah, I'm just really amazed at how fast the DK weight sock goes. But those are the main 2 items. I really want to finish the Vertices Unite so that I can start working on a sweater or cardigan. I've already swatched for it, but my gauge is so off and I'm really stuck there. I don't know what to do. I've used several different needle sizes and I swatched that, but I'm still off, so I don't know if I should just use different yarn or... So I'm very stuck there, and maybe I should just forget that pattern and go for something else, but I really would like to knit up a cardigan so that I can use it for like the springtime. I doubt I'll be able to finish a cardigan by springtime, but so it was really nice to catch up with you. I'm just so thankful that I have I don't want to put pressure on myself to film every month, and I just want to pop on here time and time again just to kind of, because I really don't crochet or knit that fast, to share with you, you know, finished objects, and I'm still very much a beginner, so I don't have like advice or any tips or anything like that. So I'll pop on here once in a while. I am also on Instagram. Sometimes I share Instagram stories on updates there as well. My name there is TheMapleKnits, and I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. Oh, I was going to mention my knitting journal. I worked on my knitting journal a bit. If you want more of like a talk through of what I did, I have a separate channel for one of my main loves in life, which is journaling. And so I share with you the knitting journal on that channel, which is My Life Knits. But this is what it looks like so far. I think I have a couple pages left, but I want to start a new notebook insert for 2024. I have a lot of like straggling bits that I want to finish for the end of 2023, but I want to start fresh and get right into 2024 in a new notebook. So I'm thinking of doing that. So yeah, if you want more like an in-depth journal with me type of video, I have a video over there on that other channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.